Hi everyone. I had no intentions of getting this palette and I had no intentions to record it today. But yesterday I found myself in the mall. There is a NYX store in the mall. They had this palette available unlike last time. I swatched it in the store. I walked away and then I found myself in another NYX store and I purchased it. I'm talking about the NYX Fire Palette. By the way, how are you guys doing today? If you guys saw my metal palette video, you already know that I had no intention of buying the fire or the earth palette, but after swatching it and swatching it with a brush on my hand, I had to get it. I still walked away from that store, but then I have no idea why, but I went to the second store and I bought it. After getting this palette yesterday, I hadn't opened it, but every time I thought of it, I did a little dance in my heart. So I thought, let me just go to my room. The kids are quiet. Why don't I just play with this palette and, try to create a simple look. And I ended up with this. And I was like, I have to record this. I have to share it. I have to share it on Instagram. No, but I want to show the guys how beautifully these colors apply. I don't know why NYX has made this a limited edition palette, but if it is, I want all of you guys to go and get it. It is also available at Ulta now. If you love warm colors like me, you need this in your life. This is what the outer packaging looks like. Just like the metal palette, it has a gorgeous artwork. I love artworks on all their In Your Element collection palettes. On the back side, they show you all the colors and number them. This is what the actual palette looks like, just like the cover, but because of the glossier finish, it looks even prettier. On the back side, it again gives you just the numbers of all the shadows and then gives you the ingredients by the shadows. Basically, all shadows start with talc, and then the second ingredient could be dimethicone or nylon 12, followed by magnesium stearate and a bunch of other ingredients. When you open it up, you have a nice size mirror and these beautiful 12 shades. And I have to tell you guys, these look brighter and more vibrant in person than they look on camera or in pictures. Let's do the arm swatches. Since my swatching finger is kind of injured, I'm going to use a brush. This is just an Eco Tools brush, and these shadows apply gorgeously with this kind of stubby but still soft brush. My arm has no eyeshadow primer on it. I'm going by the numbers. The shadow number 1, shadow number 2, shadow number 3, shadow number 4, shadow number 5, shadow number 6, shadow number 7, shadow number 8, shadow number 9, shadow number 10, shadow number 11, shadow number 12, so there are 6 shimmers and 6 mattes in this palette, and they do have a little bit of kick up. And after I tried to wipe it, this is what it looks like. Other than the light shades, pretty much all the shades kind of hang around. I'm going to try and insert a better swatch portion if I can, because this was not easy to do with a brush. But now I'm going to take this gorgeous color off of my lids and show you guys the shadows one by one, how they apply on the lids. Alright, the previous look is gone. I have primed my lids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. Because this one has mattes, what I'm thinking is I will kind of cover the whole lid with the actual pigment and then use the fluffy side and blend it upwards to see how they blend out. I will not do that with the shimmer shades though, because I don't think that makes sense. Okay, so let's go. So this is the first shade. This did not swatch that well on the arm as I'm packing it on all over my lid. It still feels a little bit chalky to me. I can say that this is my least favorite shadow in the palette. Shade number 2 is a mustard yellow, you can say. As with all yellows, I would say this would pop better if I had a whiter base, a more opaque base in my lids, but it still shows up, which in itself is amazing. And then let me apply it in the crease to see how it blends out. So there's only a hint of yellow. I don't know if you guys notice it. If you compare it to this lid, you might be able to. That's shadow number 1. And that's shadow number 2. Shadow number 3 is a perfect crease shade, you can say, for me. It matches my skin tone super well, so you might not see it very well on the camera, but this is the perfect setting shade for my skin tone. And then shadow number 4 is a kind of pale maroonish brown. And of course now I have not set this lid with a setting shade, but I'm not noticing any patchiness. So that's shade number 3. Shade number 4. Shades 5 and 6 are both shimmers. Shade 5 is this gorgeous brown, dark brown with a hint of golden shimmer in it. And then shadow number 6 is this gorgeous golden shade. The texture of shadows in this palette is definitely different from the texture of shadows in the Metal Palette. These are more kind of finer shimmers, and the ones in the Metal Palette are much chunkier. So shadow number 5. Shadow number 6. Shadow number 7 is this vibrant red. Shadow number 8 is this jet black. These are so creamy and so soft. I have a little bit of fallout with this black shadow. Shadow number 7. And shadow number 8. NYX, guys, if you're watching, please put me on your PR list. It's gorgeous. Shadow number 9 is a bright orange. And shadow number 10 is a dark matte maroon. So shadow number 9. And shadow number 10. By the way, NYX offers free shipping over $25 of order, and these palettes are $30, so you could pretty much order a single palette and still get free shipping with these. I forgot to mention that earlier. Now, the final 2 shades in this palette are both shimmers. Shade number 11 is my favorite kind. It's a peacock like shade of this greenish blue glitter and a dark color. In this case, I think it's brown. And then shade number 12. This is again, one of the shades that don't impress me that much from this palette. So I guess 2 out of the 12 shades are meh for me. So what's happening as I'm blending out the edges is that it's removing just the jaggedness that might have been there while application with a kind of stiffer brush, and I'm assuming that's what is supposed to happen. I'm no eyeshadow expert, so I can just tell you what I'm observing. So shade number 11, and shade number 12. I think this palette is pretty much made for bold looks, but you can still get like pretty neutral looks, using these 2 shades and then pairing any of the other shades with it. I'm not so fond of these two shades, the first one and the last one. These again might apply better with your fingers. I am usually not a fan of applying shadows with my fingers, but let me just do that for experimental purposes. And yeah, it kind of smooths out, you know, flattens the pigment better and spreads it better after mixing in with the kind of oils in your hand. I'm trying to, you know, kind of blend the first color in the middle of this. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's nothing spectacular is what I'm trying to say. My lids do feel a little raw from all the wiping and scrubbing that I had to do in between. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share. Anyone who is considering this palette, you know, if you have the slightest doubt, let me clear that for you. This is gorgeous. This is amazing. I would highly recommend it. Have I done that before? I might have, I don't remember, but I would highly recommend this. If you like the Juvia's Place palettes, this would be pretty similar to that. And the great thing is that these are available at Ulta. I know that I was kind of annoyed by the fact that NYX had hiked up the price to $30, but after using these two palettes, I have to tell you guys, I'm totally with them. I understand why these palettes do justify the price, you know, so I give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I cannot wait to see how many looks I can create using these two palettes. And thanks again for watching. Bye.